each of us has to build a new world order in which nations and peoples with different systems and different values can live together in peace.
We have before us the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order, a world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
Now we can see a new world coming into view, a world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind. Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge.
There is a chance for the President of the United States to use this disaster to carry out what his father, a phrase his father used, I think, only once, and hasn't been used since, and that is a new world order.
There's a need for a new world order. In the next few years, a solution will emerge, that people will look into that cauldron and decide that they have to learn their limits. But I think that at the end of this administration, with all its turmoil, and at the beginning of the next, we might actually witness the creation of a new order.
After 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order.
It is a new mindset that the world now needs. It is a real, global New Deal that we need, an ecological and an economic New Deal that we need. In the name of France, I call upon all states to join ranks in order to found the new world order of the 21st century.
I think a new world order is emerging, and with it the foundations of a new and progressive era of international cooperation. We need a world of shared global rules, founded on shared global values.
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
This is Dan Dix here reporting for Press for Truth, and the clip that you just saw came from my documentary film that I released way back in 2010 titled United We Fall. And when I came up with that title, I figured it probably speaks for itself. I mean, I think my views on globalization are pretty clear with a title like United We Fall. And as you saw from that compilation, world leaders have been talking about this new world order for quite some time. Well, folks, I released that documentary 13 years ago, and the agenda still continues today. And in fact, it's moving full steam ahead right now. As we see here, Biden just announced that the US is building a new world order and that the current system has run out of steam. The current US-led world order has sort of run out of steam, but Washington will shape the system that replaces it, US President Joe Biden told supporters on Friday. Leaders in Moscow and Beijing, however, have argued otherwise. For example, the Kremlin says that the US can't build this new world order that Biden spoke of, and Russia also says that the US will not be at the center of the new world order. And on top of that, China's President Xi gets endorsement for new world order in meeting with Russia's Putin. So what we have here is an epic showdown between the likes of Russia, China, Iran, maybe even North Korea, going up against the US, the UK, Israel, and NATO. And all of this is being done by design, by the powers that ought not be, so as to bring about this eventual new world order that they've all been speaking of for so long. So in today's video, we're going to talk about that and so much more, guys. But really quickly, just before we do, I want to remind you that In these troubling times, like what we're seeing in the Middle East and these global, wars brewing all over the world, it's incredibly important to protect your financial assets moving forward. And I think one of the best ways that you can do that historically in times of war is by investing in the precious metal space like gold and silver. So I just wanted to take a quick moment to tell you about my friends at Patriot Gold Group. Guys, when you call that phone number on the screen, you'll get connected to an investor's guide. This is a financial planner who will help you set up a plan moving forward. And what they specialize in is IRAs and 401ks that are backed by precious metals like physical gold and silver. This is a really good hedge against a dollar crash. This is a hedge against, inflation. And these guys are top-notch when it comes to customer service. They're ranked #1 consumer affairs IRA gold dealer 7 years in a row. So once again, guys, when you call that number on the screen or you click the top link in the description below, you'll get connected with, again, a free investor's guide who will help you set up a plan moving forward. So don't delay. Call that number on the screen or check the top link in the description below. All right, guys, let's get back to this agenda for a new world order. Speaking at a campaign reception in Washington, Biden bragged about how he convinced Japan and South Korea to send financial aid to Ukraine, and how he signed a rail and ports deal with the EU, India, and Saudi Arabia at the G20 summit in New Delhi last month. So I think we have an opportunity to do things, if we're bold enough and have enough confidence in ourselves, to unite the world in ways that it has never been, Biden declared. We were in a post-war period for 50 years where it worked pretty damn well, but that's sort of run out of steam. We need a new world order, in a sense. And this new world order that President Biden speaks of would hold the American regime at the top. But Russia certainly sees things differently. Russia says US will not be at the center of the new world order. The Kremlin backs US President Joe Biden's call for a new order, but says any new system should not revolve around the US. Russia has criticized the United States president's assertion that Washington must be the driving force in a new order, saying such an American-centric vision is outdated. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told reporters on Monday that while he agrees on the need for a new world order, he does not believe the US should be at the helm. Any new system should be free from the concentration of all mechanisms of world governance in the hands of one state, he said. Peskov was responding to a speech U.S. President Joe Biden delivered on Friday, in which he addressed the U.S. engagement in foreign crisis from Ukraine and Taiwan to Israel. During his remarks, Biden said the world order of the post-half century was running out of steam, and America needed to unite the world in a new order to forge peace. I think we have a real opportunity to unite the world in a way that it hasn't been in a long time, and enhance the prospect of peace, not diminish the prospect of peace, Biden said. Peskov responded, "In this part, we disagree, because the United States, no matter what world order they talk about, they mean an American-centric world order. That is, a world that revolves around the United States. It won't be that way anymore." And case in point, just look at what the BRICS nations are currently trying to do. Here, you have Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa all agreeing to do everything they can to completely crush the US dollar as a global reserve currency, and to eventually replace that with their global reserve currency. So right now, there's not only a territorial battle for the New World Order, but there's also an economic one happening as well. And all of this is by design, largely by the Rothschild banking dynasty, who have funded both sides of pretty much every global conflict since the First World War, and who are doing so to bring about this eventual New World Order, which, if they get their way, would consist of one global government that would be ruled by one global army to keep everybody in line, that would issue a global currency, a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, and an eventual one world global religion that would seek to wipe away Christianity and Islam and atheism and replace it with a new form of Luciferianism, where everyone will eventually proclaim that they are God. This is where the world is heading, ladies and gentlemen, but for those of us who have eyes for seeing and ears for hearing, none of this was going unnoticed. So some of the best things that you can do right now to protect yourself from what we know is coming is, number one, get right with God. I'm talking about the God of the Bible. You need to rekindle your relationship with your Creator. Number two, get yourself a self-sustainable garden so that you can have food security moving forward and that you won't have to rely on the governments or the banks or even the grocery stores. And number three, guys, get your assets out of the bank and get it into good old-fashioned, real, tangible money, like gold and silver. This already has a very proven track record throughout history to hold up very, very well in troubling times. So on that note, guys, don't forget to check out my friends at Patriot Gold Group. Once again, you can click that top link in the description below or call that number that was on the screen during business hours. And that's all for today, my friends. We are certainly living in interesting times. So I want to thank you for being a loyal subscriber to me here at Press for Truth. Once again, if you appreciate my efforts to bring you this information, don't forget to click that thumbs up button. Share this video with your friends and family who you think need to see it the most. And stay tuned, we're going to have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dix reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.